Hi, welcome to Beer Fan TV. This is a review of the Jupiler, I'm trying to say it quite poshly, beer on the Phillips Perfect Draft. First time I've had it, to be honest. I've never ordered it before, and it's not something you can buy in the supermarkets. This is poured from the Phillips Perfect Draft. It's poured 3 degrees. It's been in the machine for a day, so it's had good time to settle. And yeah, let's get into it. So I think, first off, it's a little bit about the beer. It's Belgian beer. Apparently, it was introduced in 1966, which is a fantastic year for English football. Obviously won the World Cup. But yeah, they've got a number of other ones out there as well. They've apparently got a Jupiler Blue, which is 3.3%, which was launched in 2006, which was 3.3%. They've also got a Lemon and Lime, which is quite big at the moment, especially with the boys down at Tiny Rebel. They've just released a new lager, which is also very similar, a lime one. And they've also got a 0% one as well, which I think most breweries and beer companies are introducing now. So first off, so that's basically it. It was purchased with 3 other kegs at the time from Beerhawk, and when I purchased it, I think I paid £31.60 for the keg. But at the time, I had a £5 keg return. I also had about £3 something's worth of beer tokens. And I bought 3 kegs at the same time, and I actually got a 15% discount on the whole lot because I used one of the discount codes from the Perfect Draft Kegs and Tips Facebook group. Join it. Definitely, if you've got a Phillips Perfect Draft, it's a must because you get great discounts. You can have that 15% on any 3 kegs, pretty much. So use it every time. Well worth doing. So yeah, that's what we got. It works out to about £2.20 a pint or something like that. Pretty cheap, to be honest. It's a 5.2% percentage alcohol beer. Here in the UK, a lot of our beers are around about 4%. That would put this in the kind of the premium beer range, if I'm completely honest. So yeah, so I think having a quick look at it, I think it is straw in colour, plenty of carbonation. You saw it poured on the machine at the beginning of the video. Not lots of carbonation, but enough. There's a head on there. It has dropped a little bit because I've been gassing. But yeah, just before I forget, please, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. Comments are always welcome. Any questions, put me in. I'm happy to reply to any questions that I've got, that you have, should I say. And yeah, so let's get in and give it a taste. See what we think. Tastes nice, to be honest. Carbonation in there, not too much when you're drinking it. It's probably just about the right amount, to be honest. It's got a nice head on it as well. It smells nice. It smells like a lager, to be honest. Very easy drinking. I've just finished the Lambrau Oktoberfest. And I thought that was the best one out of the 2 Oktoberfests, and I actually thought it pipped Stella just slightly. But I think this actually might be the best beer you can possibly get on that Phillips Perfect Draft. I think this is better than Stella, and I think this is better than the Oktoberfests. And it's not seasonal, so you can get it all year round. Ooh. Just double checking. Yeah. So anyone that hasn't got a Phillips Perfect Draft, it comes out at 3 degrees, a pub fresh pint. This one, very easy drinking. Very smooth, not too many bubbles, not too much carbonation on there, no bitter aftertaste. It's just an enjoyable beer. I think you could quite happily sit having one of these, whether it be in on a Sunday afternoon watching the football, a sunny weather barbecue, sat in a pub garden. You could drink a few of these. It does not drink like 5.2%. So I definitely suggest going careful when you are on one of these. And it's a little bit better. I think it's the nicest beer. And I always thought that the Oktoberfest versions beers were the best. The problem with those were that they're the headache the next day. So you can only really drink a few pints of them. If you go mad on those Oktoberfests, the headache the next day, the hangover is just at another level. But this, I think, is probably the best lager on the Perfect Draft. If you're drinking this and thinking about buying it, if you like Stella, you're going to love this. The Lambraus, the Spatons. I mean, I've had the Stellas, the Herzog Jans, the Lambraus, the Spatons, both Oktoberfests. I thought the 2 Oktoberfests were best, followed by Stella and Herzog Jan. Those 2 are very similar, but this is better than them. Yeah, this is definitely at the top. This would be I'm just gutted I've only got one keg, and it's in the machine now, and I haven't got any more. But this one will definitely be on my next orders that I do. I'm definitely going to get another keg of this, for sure. It's definitely the best one. So, a few little tips for you guys. Obviously, I stored this in the fridge a week before I put it in. And then once put in the machine, I leave it overnight. So I kind of put it in knowing I'm going to have a beer the next day. And then that way, you see from the pour in the video, you don't get a massive head on it. You know, it's kind of, it's a beer that you can drink. It's not too lively. And you can enjoy it. So I definitely recommend doing that. I always recommend making sure that you get yourself on the Facebook group, you know, Perfect Draft Kegs and Tips. Great discounts on there, great bit of banter. Any questions, recommendations, anything like that, you put it out there, someone's going to have an opinion for you. Good bit of banter on there as well. Well worth doing. So yeah, so to sum up, I think this is the best beer that I've had, lager-wise, on the Phillips Perfect Draft. If it's a lager that you're after, definitely get this one. And yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the beer. And I've got some salted nuts to go with it. So yeah. Listen guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comments are always welcome. And yeah, have a good evening. Take care.